Now, on to the exciting new stuff that I know everybody's been hanging on for. So if you've made it this far in the episode, thank you for watching this far.
Yes.
Now we want to reward you with some exciting news about what's coming out here at the beginning of 2026, which I think we're going to be seeing at SHOT Show. Is that right, Brad?
Yeah, we're going to have some product launches at SHOT Show and immediately after. Some of our stuff is going to be pre-SHOT Show that's more on the centerfire side and different things like that, some category expansion. But then right before SHOT Show, we're going to release a new Optima series called the XP, Extreme Performance. And there's two different muzzleloaders we've got in this, both Optimas. One is an 18-inch barrel and one is a 26-inch barrel. Both are nitrided. And then we have what I would call a collapsible stock on these. So it's based off of a design that's been out there in the aftermarket before, where you could remove remove the Optima stock and bolt on this handle that then can take either a buffer tube or something else. So we've designed a stock that's very similar to that, where you could swap out different buffer tubes if you prefer, but it goes all the way down to 11.5-inch length of pull out to 14.
Wow.
Extremely modular.
Yeah.
Black on black, so we consider it perfect for people in like a ground blind scenario, especially with that 18-inch barrel, because of how little room you have inside of them to maneuver. And then, when I'm sitting in a ground blind, I do not wear my camo because that's nice and colorful and things like that, all black. Or the other thing that we think this would be popular for is people in like a tree stand saddle or something like that. Even mobile hunters wanting something that's more compact, lightweight, shorter barrel. I think with the 18-inch barrel, it's a good 100-yard gun. Maybe you could stretch out to 150 yards, but it's going to be really compact overall and easy to carry around. Could also be great for youth shooters.
Yeah.
The ability to have it that compact, you're going to use a lower recoil round in it, 100 grains or something like that.
Right.
But then if you want that modularity, you can still do the 26-inch barrel as well. And it's something that they can grow into. So 2 different versions there. We've also got shipping with those a new ramrod design with the palm saver, where it's a rotating ramrod that is threaded at the end.
Nice.
So that way you can install jags and things like that. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of comments on the threaded ramrod.
I
You're
bet.
cheering.
Yeah.
But the rotating part is going to help with loading pressures, because now as you're actually loading, the ramrod is spinning, but the palm saver is stationary.
Nice.
And then also for cleaning, as you're going up and down, your jag shouldn't be unscrewing like it normally happens to me on, honestly, even my centerfire guns. It does that sometimes if I don't have a rotating rod. So, yeah, we're looking forward to those. I think it's a good addition to the Optima line. It's nothing that I think is going to set the world on fire, but it's getting into these other people, like I said, the saddle hunters that, now you can go out there, and I've saddle hunted. I mean, more compact is better in those types of scenarios, and you're trying to get lighter weight and things. So, these are lightweight options.
Right.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to the XP series.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to actually getting some footage with you guys. I know I won't personally be there, but Colton is going to be there, and he's going to be getting some on-hand experience with that with you, or at least somebody from
I'll be seeking you out at SHOT Show to get hands
That's
on.
right,
With that
that's
one.
right.
That 18-inch barrel sounds very attractive. I've talked to some Pennsylvanian gun shops over there who are cutting down barrels to those lengths for the Eastern hunters. So I think that fits perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, with a 100-grain charge, which most people are using, I mean, you're going to get enough velocity that 100 yards is not going to be an issue at all. I think you could probably push it to 150. I mean, trying to use 150 grains in it, it's not going to burn all that powder. You're going to...
Extra smoke cloud right out the end.
I was going to say, if you shoot it at night, you're probably going to see like a nice
sparkles.
flamethrower.
A lot of unburnt powder.
Yeah, but it's just, there's... Like you said, there's people that are cutting down barrels already. There's people that are already putting these different stock configurations on because they want something that's compact, lightweight, and modular, where if you want to swap the stock, now we've made it so it's even easier and more affordable to do so. So looking forward to those launching. in just another week here. So you guys are getting the early teaser on this.
That's exciting. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to seeing all the specs on it and what the gun actually looks like, on camera there and in person as they, start hitting shelves here into the early part of the year.
Now, the other thing that we're also launching in early in the year, I won't say that this bullet will definitely be at SHOT, is we've got a new PowerBelt copper series bullet coming out. So it'll replace the current coppers. We'll still have some of the copper series trickling out through Q1, and some of our partners will still have some of those bullets throughout the year. But the new copper series, we're currently calling it the G2 bullet, is a new design. So we're only going to go with a tipped version. We're not going to do a hollow point. It's got a slightly better BC over the current one. But the one thing that we get on the copper series is complaints of either not enough or too much expansion. And really that comes from this bullet previously was designed for a 100 grain charge.
Right.
A lot of people now, as you guys know, they're putting 150 grains in there. And so that changes the performance characteristics of the bullet pretty drastically to where at super close ranges, it's not designed for that. It was designed for 100 grains between 50 and 100 yards. Well, now we've got people using 150 grains trying to stretch to 200 or still shooting at 50. So we had to work to expand that velocity band for the controlled expansion. So it's definitely a controlled expansion bullet. It's got a new tip design that we're looking at potentially patenting. I'm not sure if we can or not. And then the hollow point cavity has a totally different design. It's not a circle. So we'll just leak all of that little tidbits here, and then you guys will get some more stuff later. But, I've got a bullet here that was recovered, and this was, I think, right around 1,600 feet per second out of gel. And so, a nice flowering shape, which is not typical of what you're seeing. This is a 295 here. So we're going to offer it in 295 and 245, similar to what we do currently on the copper. And we're seeing great performance from 1,800 feet per second all the way down close to 1,000 feet per second, which gets you right at the ranges out to where beyond what most people are using these at, and also gets you both 100 grain charges at acceptable ranges and 150. So very excited about the new copper series bullets, and I think this addresses many of the concerns that people have had about the bullets recently.
Yeah, well, that's great. It's really good to see. Yes, a little innovation on that. I love that you guys go back, reevaluate, and revamp. And I think that's going to really serve well because that's a great price point bullet too. It's very affordable. It works well. It's very popular. I think that's definitely going to be a great improvement that people are going to really appreciate.
Yeah, the other thing that we did with this bullet for the introduction is it's going to retail at the same price as the current copper bullet. So
awesome.
We really focused on adding in all of these new features, but protecting that. We want to make this a affordable bullet. And so you're still going to see the 15 packs retailing around $20, plus or minus $1 or $2, depending on the retailer. And we've also upgraded the base on this. So we're actually using the same base that's found on the Aerolite and the ELR.
Nice.
So to hold up to the 150 grain charges. So it's that breakaway base.
Right.
And then we've also added a new component into the base and the tip, which are both, plastic, basically. That's a bio additive that allows the plastic to break down. So it won't break down, before it's shot. It actually needs heat and pressure to start the activation on that. But, one thing is, it's plastic. It's out there on the ranges. It's in the woods and everything else.
Right.
And it didn't add any real cost, and it's better for everybody.
Absolutely.
So we added this additive into it, which, again, will not affect anything on the shelf. You can leave it on the shelf for 100 years. It won't change. But as soon as you shoot the bullet, it starts the clock of the breakdown of that gas check. Nice. And I can't remember the exact time, but it's in years instead of hundreds of years.
That's
so
good. Right.
Just some other things that we're working to improve on as well as, we're looking at, like you said, we went to the drawing board and said, let's look at every single feature and what can we do and still maintain the price that we have today. And we'll continue to do that as we go through the line each year and just continue to improve and figure out where the innovation needs to go. And a lot of that comes from hunters' feedback. when people say, hey, this worked great or this didn't, we're looking at that, taking it seriously and saying, okay, let's get to work on that and let's see what we can do.